It's the town that is or isn't, depending how you're feeling. Close enough to be part of Auckland, far enough away not to be. It's also the place that throbs to a certain throatiness. No more so than this weekend. Now, the promotional hype, and trust me, there's been a fair bit of it, has all been about coming home, about the V8 supercars returning here to Pukekohe, the home of New Zealand motorsport. But is that claim in fact the reality? We've come to town to put it to the test.
Have a look around. Have a look around. You walk out there, you'll probably find 20 race cars within 100 metres of where we're standing right now.
And where we're standing is one of Pukekohe's main drags. So, what go-fast machinery can we find within 100 metres to support the much-repeated home of motorsport mantra?
I love the smell of gas.
Our first encounter more revealing than the spit and polish she's giving the boss's drift car. 17-year-old Sharness is on work experience and desperate for a job.
Well, I do dirt track racing, so yeah.
You do dirt track racing?
Yeah.
Is that all people do around here, is race cars?
Yeah, I think so.
Inside, they're making big horsepower blocks and bucks, exporting engines for drift cars to China.
$45,000 worth. So that's a motor, turbo, manifolds, new computer, tuned injectors.
Out of Pukekohe, just south of Auckland?
Out of Pukekohe, yep. Just a late model car that we'll be stripping out, putting a roll cage in, do a race motor, gearbox, and sending it on its motorsport life.
Where's your dirt track car?
At home.
What time do you knock off?
5 o'clock.
All right, we should meet there at 5 o'clock.
Okay, cool.
3 or 4 doors away.
840 horsepower. You could say it's always been a fast car because it used to be a traffic cop car in its former life.
What, an old black and white one?
Yes, that's true.
Across the road, a brute in a league all its own.
It's about 3,000 horsepower, running on alcohol, 5.67 seconds at 249 mile an hour.
Matching the big numbers, some big talking.
Pukekohe, the motorsport mega of the world.
Of the world?
Yeah.
That's slightly overstating it.
No, well, it's our world, isn't it?
Onwards then, to a name and a can-do approach forever linked to Pukekohe.
Possum was one of the boys that went all the way.
The late Possum-born's old company still highly regarded in rallying circles.
When Possum was here, everything had to be done right, and you learn. You learn how to do things right, and there's only one way to do it.
This was one of his last cars.
This was his toy. This is the one with the big horsepower. This is the one that he just used to have fun in.
Next door, Race Qual, run by the Manukau Institute of Technology, for teenagers with a mechanical come racing bent.
They take a old Honda Civic, which is at the end of its life, and we teach them the trade skills, and they turn it into a little circuit racer. Roll cage, race seats, harnesses, tricked up little engine, and we're away.
A former student here, one Shane van Gisbergen, no less.
Pukekohe, if it can't be done here, it probably won't be done in this country.
We've filled the day. It's now 5 o'clock. We've got one last call.
We were actually going to name it the Black Beauty, but we thought it was too much of a beast to call it that.
So you called it Puke Monster?
Puke Monster, yep.
I see there's a label on the accelerator that says accelerator.
I had a bit of trouble finding the brake and the accelerator, so we decided to label it.
Speaking of labels, our little tour probably does confirm the line that publicity gurus have been reciting time and again.
Pukekohe is definitely the home of motorsport in New Zealand.